Welcome everybody to episode 60 of Perpetual Backlog podcast, your gaming podcast that can take a week off apparently because Thanksgiving. Yay, food. Did we all have good food this past week? Actually, start with that first. Oh yes. What about you, Lake? Did you have good food?
I mean, I don't celebrate Thanksgiving, do I? So
No, but
I looked at wonderful
still...
food on the internet, though. I saw lots of people posting. It looked great.
Oh, nice. But yes, I am your host, like always, Aqua. I play too many video games, and I actually didn't play too many video games this week, surprisingly enough. Joining me like usual is our capybara, Dalit.
Be sure that it is. Here with a whole lot of shit to say, looking at this rundown we have ahead of us.
And our pizza-loving monster, League.
Hello. That's all you're getting this week. Hello.
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 I thought about saying welcome to the Perpetual Final Fantasy XIV Endwalker Waiting Room podcast, but that didn't flow well.
We'll eventually have more things to say than just 14 related, but this is not the time for all of that.
No,
we're squarely in the center of the hype cycle. Yeah, 14's at the forefront of everyone's mind.
Yep. What'd you guys do this past week? 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We had 2 weeks. We have 2 weeks of stuff that we could talk about. 2 weeks. What'd you guys do?
Ladies first.
Well, I've been playing a mixture of Magic the Gathering Arena, which is the latest one that you can play with friends, and then more Minecraft, and hyping up for Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah. You know, exciting time. I even had a little stint in Pokemon MMO again last night.
I forgot to check that out.
Yeah.
I'm still so puzzled by it. As for me, Aqua, you know this, but for everyone else, I have been playing a lot of Ruined King. I've yet to beat it because I just didn't have the time, because I have to rush to finish Wings of the Goddess before Endwalker begins, because I have to choose, and I'm choosing Endwalker 1000%. But besides that, there's been some games of ARAM. There's been the Ruined King, because oh my goodness, it's so good. Minecraft for me as well, just as a way to kind of relax. And I think last time we spoke, I was just finishing up the CC event in Arknights, so that has now passed.
Nice. As for Ruined King, yes. Both of us have picked up that game. I immediately bought it after the podcast that we did 2 weeks ago and started playing it. That game is good. That game is really good.
I like it.
I have some personal problems with it. That being mainly the map is honestly the most annoying map I've ever had to deal with in my life.
Really? Okay.
It's so weird. There's that quest that I'm on that I've got like literally no idea what like I'm really supposed. Like I go to the, like where the point is at on my map. Like I'm in the place where it says I'm supposed to be, but no, there's nothing. There's literally nothing there. So, a bit of the quest tooltips are kind of not really intuitive. I'm gonna state off some stuff that some problems I have with this game first, because the other side of that is I love this game. I think the writing of the characters could have been a little bit better. It's honestly pretty much just hi, here's my backstory, and I'm gonna talk about this backstory pretty much the entire time.
What percentage of the game are you through?
I just got Ari. So literally every conversation that I've had with Yasuo has pretty much been about him killing his brother.
Yeah, it's because you're still technically freshly introduced to him.
I mean, he's pretty much introduced within the first hour of the game, and I'm clearly at 20 hours of this game.
Remember, you're bringing in previous knowledge from League. This is supposed to be for people who might not have interfaced with.
I have
the
heard that it
titular
doesn't
game.
change. It doesn't change later on. It's pretty much the same
Okay.
throughout the entirety of the game. So there's some interactions with the champions that are kind of all right, but it kind of just feels like it's a. Oh, man, I don't want to harsh on it too much because I know pretty much the whole entire story that we're gonna get in this game, outside of some of the stuff that has to deal with Viego, who is the Ruin King. But I know most of the stuff just due to knowing League lore in general. But I feel like the character interactions could be a lot better.
Dude, I'm trying to see it from your perspective. I really am. I think it's all been really solid, personally.
Yeah, I mean that's fair. It's just I don't know, man. I guess I don't know because like I said, all I'm hearing out of Misfortune, I got to kill Gangplank because he killed my mom. I mean, I think Alawi may be the better written character
because I literally took it over and no one respects me yet.
Yeah, but that goes away.
No,
that goes away as
a
soon as you join the party. As soon as you joins the party.
No, it doesn't.
As soon as
That's my
yes,
point.
it does. That literally one track mind Gangplank. It's literally how it's been.
Her big reasoning for being in this game, or not for being in the game, that's slightly different. But that's her thing. That's been her thing since she was introduced in the titular flagship series. So it's no surprise it hasn't changed. I think
one track mind characters aren't.
I think you're being a bit.
They're all one dimensional.
Bullheaded about this. That's not true. Is my problem. And I was free. No, I was going to let you go on this, but that is not true. They did a really good job with these 2D characters to do these are characters that should never have been put together, and they're having some pretty good inter-character moments, and they're coming together as a somewhat believable team.
I will retract what I said if this changes when I get to the end of the game. But at this moment in time, it's literally.
I don't think it will, and I say this strictly because I'm only a little bit ahead of you, and I don't share your issues with the writing.
I don't know.
Okay.
I think the only. Oh, go ahead.
What do you hate about the writing, and Dollar, what do you like about the writing? There seems to be very opposing sides here.
Yeah. Okay, so I just don't like it's one track. It's just very one track. There's no what's the word? You ever play those D&D games that have one storyline that that if you try to branch off from that storyline, it there's just nothing there. If you try to do something that the DM doesn't really want you to do.
Oh,
because they don't have.
You feel like it's railroaded.
Yeah, I feel like it's railroaded, and I feel like the characters don't have enough depth to them to really feel like there's any development with them.
Okay. You are correct. This is an incredibly linear game. That is very true. Despite it kind of letting you backtrack and do whatever you want. This is Final Fantasy X. It gives you the illusion of an open world where things are happening, but realistically, you're on a track. But I don't know that that's an issue to the characters. Now, that says you don't like the linear story, which, I mean, to be fair, even in League of Legends, apparently, with their past event, what was it called? The Harrowing event? This past event with Viego, apparently that was also not well received either. So, narratively, yeah, it's a bit singular in its idea. unfortunately, I didn't mind 10 at all. Matter of fact, it's one of my favorite Final Fantasy games. I
Well,
don't
I don't
play
mind.
in
I don't
linear.
mind 10 either, but the characters don't feel like they're gonna develop any.
Well, now I'm curious. Is your issue the characters or the narrative?
Oh, okay. So the narrative's okay. All right. I understand we got to go stop Viego from whatever the fuck he wants to do, which is take over the world with the fucking the stuff. My problem is that the characters do not feel like they're going to develop at all. That they're like, in the end, we're going to kill Gangplank. She's going to get her revenge. In the end, Brahm's going to get his water to help his people. In the end, Ilawi's going to stop the harrowing. In the end, Yasuo, I don't know what the fuck Yasuo was even like. Yasuo was only here because Ari's here. So that's literally his only reason for being there. Ari's here because I don't know anything about Ari just yet, and we picked up Pike because he's a fucking murderer.
Yes.
So, I don't feel like Yasuo is going to come to any realization.
You're saying a lot of things with a negative speech pattern, but you're not saying negative things yet. All you've said is that they have established these characters, and so far they haven't deviated from them.
Yeah, no, they've been consistent, but like, while consistency is good, the starting out premise is just like there's not a thing that any of the characters need to learn from. They're just there for one reason.
Oh, I think there's plenty to be learned from. I mean, the whole thing with Yasuo is opening up to people again. He's been so insular. And with Ilawi and Misfortune, they have a back and forth because of Gangplank. I know, again, it all focuses around Gangplank. But you have to remember that he and Ilawi were, let's call it, close. Yeah. And she always had misgivings about, Sarah killing her boyfriend. And about her boyfriend going crazy and trying to be a tyrant over buildings.
I think Ilawi's the best written out of the whole cast, in my opinion.
So far, yeah. I think I would even agree with you.
I think because I want to say she's pretty much the main character of the story. That's what it feels like to me.
No, like Sarah Fortune is the main character, 100%.
I don't think so, because you get removed from her immediately, and you pretty much you have Ilawi through the
strong for the time. She's literally in a place of power because she.
Ilawi's ridiculous.
No. I'm sorry. When I say this, I mean level-wise. Remember, during that section you played as Fortune, she was level 9. When we get Ilawi, she's level 2 or 3.
There's JRPGs that you start out like level 10. There's like it doesn't matter what level you start out. Things.
In this, story-wise,
I know. Okay,
there's supposed to be a difference between the two. At first, she is literally in power. The new, let's call her what she is, a bit of a tyrant in Bilgewater, and she's queen shit.
I guess I don't know. That's what I've gotten from this. That's like, yeah, I mean that's just what I've gotten. Like I think Ilawi's the best written out of them all because she kind of has all these external forces working against her with the group, but like I don't feel like any of the other ones really have that.
Yeah, and I will definitely give to you that whilst I have no issues with the characters, I have some issue with the character choice. I also don't like the idea of Ari and Yasuo, despite seeing it. I think Brahm's kind of a silly choice too. However, I do like Brahm's play with Ilawi and Fortune and everyone else. He's just so charming. But yeah, no, like these characters don't make sense entirely to tell the story, and it's the reason why Ilawi and why I say Fortune has like the most grip is because they're the Bilgewater characters of this Bilgewater and Shadow Isles story.
Because none of them really have any attachment to the Shadow Isles either.
That'll change for you going forward.
I guess. That being said, good things. Gameplay was actually really good.
God, I love the way they do this.
I'm a bit iffy on like the lane. I'm a bit iffy on the lane mechanic thing, because I actually barely interact with the lane mechanic. But outside of that, the turn-based combat's really good. The difference of instant ultimates and your super abilities, the ones that actually take mana, are pretty good. It's all about stacking buffs and debuffs. Some characters are a bit broken. Yasuo is extremely broken, and he insanely scales with crit. And the higher crit you have, the more damage that one move does, because it goes from doing like 2 attacks to doing 7. So yeah, I know the gameplay is really good. I think the questing's pretty all right outside of like the map interaction with it. I've gotten some quests that I need to be like level 24 to do, because it's like one of the bounty hunter quests. And I'm just like, I don't know when I'm going to do this. But yeah, no, I've enjoyed it. I stopped playing it because Endwalker prep and needing to do Endwalker prep. But before that, I played, or actually a little bit after that, I played No Man's Sky, or No Man's Sky. Hopped into that. I'm building a base. That's pretty much all I can really say in No Man's Sky. I just like space exploring, and it's really fun. And I'm playing 14. Yeah, I have my glam ready for Endwalker. I leveled my armor up to 80. I need to do blacksmithing and goldsmithing. That way I can pretty much repair all of my gear whenever I want, because I'm going into Paladin, and Paladin really only needs armor and blacksmithing.
That sounds correct, yeah.
And then goldsmithing for some of the accessories. Yeah, I think that's all I played. Pretty sure.
Hey, busy weeks.
Yes, busy. So we're gonna do our old school news episode this week, because we have a lot of topics that we didn't touch on the past couple of weeks. But first, Little has a question.
A question.
Yes.
Welcome back, Little Vegeta.
Little does indeed have a question, and his question is, once I actually bring it up. I know it's late, but what's everybody thankful for this year? A little wholesome question.
That is a wholesome question, actually.
Yeah.
He was gonna ask it last week, but then I told him, I was like, we're not doing an episode last week, and he's like, shit. Ladies first.
As cheesy as it is, I'm actually very thankful for all my friends and family. Thank you, everybody. Because my financial situation's been really shit these past few years. I'm just thankful for folks that just been there and just help cheer me up and stuff, and keep me motivated. So yeah, that's great. Thank you. And I'm thankful for finally being able to save up for my computer, which will be hopefully arriving next week. Huzzah! So I can now, yay! So I could do lots of animation and stuff. I'm excited to do animation again, and also learn 3D things.
Yeah.
Yes.
I cannot wait! Finally,
So
and then
sick.
maybe once I sort my internet out, that's the next thing. I can do streaming again, but I can definitely do video stuff and whatnot. So I'm back in the game. I'm so excited. Yeah,
you heard
that's
it
really.
here, folks. Heard it here, folks. Couple weeks from now, Lee's gonna be like, taking commissions for live 2D and VTubing art stuff.
No, I need to learn.
Give her all the money.
It's really difficult. Oh my god. It's good. It's a good feeling.
Charge all the money.
Yeah. Huzzah. Okay, yeah, that's what I'm thankful for.
Hey guys, don't forget to sub to the channel if you're into what you're hearing. While you're down there, remember to like the video as much as we like you. You'll be good now.
Yeah.
And pizza. I'm always thankful for pizza.
Oh,
I mean, who isn't? Dole?
I mean, I'm really thankful for a lot of things that have happened this last year. thankful for like my family for putting up with me as I'm going back through school. I'm thankful for this more or less weekly thing that I get to like just have a sense of normality week to week. Every week we do this. It's actually super calming in that respect, despite sometimes it not being calm in the moment. I'm thankful for all of you guys, obviously. Despite me not being around that often, y'all keep me sane. And Christ, I'm thankful for chocolate.
As Dalit looks over at his
I have M&M's right
hot
here,
chocolate.
guys. No. Got chocolate right here. Solid form, please.
No, I was referring to your other
Okay,
hot
hush,
chocolate.
hush. Down, boy, steady on.
I mean, like you guys, thankful for doing this podcast every week, except for last week. This is like the second or like I said, the second or third most consistent thing in my life at the moment. First being hell at work. Thankful for actually, I'm not thankful for my ADHD in video games because I have too many to play. And
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't know. I'm like, thankful for my family for keeping me, keeping my head, my a roof over my head. Thankful for friends because like Dalit, they keep me sane half the time. And I don't understand how we keep Dalit sane because we're literally making him like frustrated all the time.
That is true. It's normality though. This is my normal.
And yeah, I'm thankful that Falcom knows that we want trails over here and they're gonna bring out more trails.
Yes.
I'm also thankful for Falcom being like, next year's the 10th anniversary of, or no, the 20th anniversary of East. Yeah, or 25th anniversary of East, one of those two. Yeah, we're coming out with a new Trails game. Fuck you, East fans.
Fucking rude.
But yeah. So that's pretty much it.
And naturally, as a podcast, we're thankful for
Cool.
Business Division 3.
Oh God, yes. Thank you, Creative Business Unit 3, for being the best fucking development unit in history. You guys are
Thank
gods.
you for giving us something to compare everyone else to nowadays.
Yes,
Bungie's
yes.
fallen, BioWare has fallen. It's just nice to have someone to rely
Thank
on.
God, man. I am.
Don't say we don't keep it on topic.
But yeah, that's good. I mean, I probably have like 12 billion other things I could say that too, but then we'd be here like all night. But let's move on into the news. Thank you, Little, for giving us that wholesome words. Oh, also, I am thankful for our small knit community of views that we get. You guys keep me sane with at least knowing that we can get consistently okay numbers here. I never see huge drops, so thank you viewers for watching us. Okay. News. We have some big news this week, and by this week I mean the past 2 weeks. First of all, to nobody's surprise, and I'm surprised he never did this like 10 years ago. Kojima Productions is now opening up a film studio in California, more specifically Los Angeles. So
it is about time.
Kojima's
finally going to be a movie director.
I mean, let's be real here. This was always like his end goal. Even if it was unsaid, looking at what he made and what he often drew inspiration from, this was the only logical end place for him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Now, I think it's gonna obviously be we'll have more games coming out from him, but I'm interested to see if he doesn't get eaten alive in Hollywood.
Doesn't matter because I don't think he cares. He's gonna make what he wants.
No, so certainly
He's never
he doesn't.
he's
He
never
will
cared about the
have.
game industry to do that. So
Yeah, and he has the backing of enough people that he can get away with it. So
yep.
I say that negatively, but I mean it with love. I look forward to
He
whatever he
also
puts out the first time.
he,
We'll see if I stay high on it after that.
he's also friends with like how many actors and directors?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they'll be like, "What's up? What's
Do
up,
not
bro?"
misunderstand. His failings are not necessarily in when I say direction. It's not camera work or it's not.
Or do you think
It's
you'll get
writing.
cancelled?
It's strictly writing. Kojima writes very poorly.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Oh yeah, I suppose like in games there is a side of like he has a leeway. Like Quiet got
yes.
quite the stir, and his excuse for that was not very good. Like he forgot.
Yes.
Like yeah, I know. Like sunstroke is, heat stroke is bad. Yes, I agree. But sunstroke has exactly the same symptoms, and that's exposure to direct sunlight. So Quiet in a desert would still have the problems that she's having, like psychologically, I'd imagine. Like that's just my take on things. That tickled me. But he went on a torrent on like you should feel bad. she
Uh,
has she has health issues. You should feel bad.
I wish he would just come out and say the truth because I don't think anyone cares. He wants eye
Yeah,
candy in his game. So do
yeah.
we.
Your
Just
Kotaro had the perfect like answer to this. I
I
just
like
like
pretty
butts.
girls with big
I like.
butts.
Yeah.
That's
I
his
was
like
thing.
pretty
You know
girls.
what?
completely fine with this.
We all respect him for it.
Yeah.
He even signed a cosplayer's ass, didn't he?
I don't know,
Yeah.
probably.
He did.
It's-
Yeah.
That
He
seems in
was.
character for
Yeah,
I mean,
so
yeah,
like,
like
be
that's
like
fine.
Yokotaro.
We love your Kotaro. Like, yeah. Like we understand this. It's
Yeah,
cool.
no, and
Like
it's
you're
great.
open and truthful.
He does and he does this in virtually every game. I mean, let's not forget, Sniper Wolf isn't even the first female sniper like this. Oh,
No.
Sniper Wolf, Quiet. Sniper Wolf is,
Yeah.
and she's
Yeah.
amazing.
I
So,
mean, you also have Meryl.
I think
Yeah.
Meryl's actually pretty safe, all things considered.
There
I
was
don't
a
think she
lot
falls
of jokes
into-
about her ass in the games that she's been in.
Okay, that's true. She did, despite being a veteran soldier, sway aggressively.
Yeah.
But
So
that's where my worst is. His writing is kind of pretty poor, and as evidence with the last few outings, he doesn't have whomever was there um really tempering his work. Like I think that's been the case since 4, but that's just me.
from what I hear, I never hear Death Stranding is badly written. I think the gameplay of Death Stranding is what kills it because it's actually kind of boring.
I'm gonna be 100 with you. I completely forgot about Death Stranding. I was speaking strictly of Metal Gear.
No,
Yeah,
I never hear
I
that
did-
Death Stranding's writing was bad.
I don't hear anything about Death Stranding is the problem.
Yeah, I mean, I want to play that game one day. Hashtag one day.
Yeah,
No. I mean, I own it, but I'm not going to play it anymore because there's a director's version, and I have a PS5, so I can play that. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I never hear Death Stranding had bad writing. Metal Gear had some questionable points. But I mean, I'm interested to see what Kojima will direct. Maybe it'll be good, or maybe it'll be bad, but maybe it'll be funny bad. Maybe it'll be one of those things where you watch it and you're like, man, this is bad, but it's great.
Genuinely, even at his worst, which in my opinion is 4, it's still supremely watchable.
Yeah. No,
So
yeah.
I'm hoping he just has a team with a really good editor and a lot of people who are allowed to weigh in, because I think he could put out some real quality like schlock, if nothing else.
Yeah.
And I'm here to watch it.
Same. I am.
As I
too
found
here to
out,
watch.
I'm willing to put myself through some really bad stuff.
But we'll get to that in a little bit. So I was listening to a podcast earlier today. All right, and their podcast is recorded like was like recorded on a Wednesday, and this next news, like in the middle of the podcast, they were like, "We got breaking news," and like one of them was like, "Man, you sound like you sound so what is it? So hyped up for this." He goes, "Yeah, Dragon Age creative director leaves studio," and they're like, "Fuck."
Genuinely.
What the hell's going on over there, BioWare? Come on. I bet you we will see Dragon Age, the new Dragon Age, at the Game Awards, and it's probably only going to be a CG trailer.
I mean, yeah, because the last time we saw it, it wasn't even a trailer.
A backdrop. It was a backdrop and a guy talking.
It was a 10-second teaser with voiceover against concept art.
Yeah. Man, I had some hopes. They were like, we're going to come out with the new Mass Effect. And I'm like, okay. And it's supposed to continue on with from the old Mass Effects, which is good because Andromeda was shit. And I was like, okay, I'm hearing some things, hearing some maybe promising thing coming out of Dragon Age. Creative director leaves. Fuck, man. Like BioWare, what is going on? Can you guys just not you know what? We need to clone Yoshi P and put him in every single fucking development studio.
Well,
that's what you need to do.
Only if he gets to have the power he has in Square and every studio. Because I have a funny
put him on the board. Put him on the board.
I have a funny
make him head of a team.
Is just leaving because he's tired of having his like ideas kneecapped, and he's just or actually I don't know who it is. It might be here. It might be a she. They are just not pleased with the direction of this. And they have the power. They can just walk out. I feel bad for a lot of devs that are going to have their names attached to this, and they might not be pleased with it.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm sad. I'm so sad. I love BioWare. KOTOR's like one of my favorite games.
Yeah.
Mass Effect is one of my favorite series. But man,
my appreciation of BioWare is a bit more narrow in that regard. I did like KOTOR 1. I never got around to playing despite watching through KOTOR 2, which is a shame because there's a lot.
Well, that's not BioWare anyway.
Fair enough. Like I like KOTOR, and I like my BioWare game has been Dragon Age. I loved Origins. I really liked 2 because I didn't take the baggage that was like years of hype from 1 into account. And I thought Inquisition was also there. So like hearing that it's just a pretty steady downward curve. I mean, on one hand, I'm not surprised. On the other hand, it really is disappointing. But I wonder how many people at BioWare are even, or from the BioWare that we remember, are even there nowadays. I'm almost certain the answer to that is none.
I think it's only Casey
BioWare
Hudson.
Name only.
I think it's just Casey Hudson.
So there you have it. I mean,
yeah, pretty much.
At this point, it's just execs telling them what they are and are not allowed to do, and a bunch of people who came in looking to be artists being denied.
Yep.
We saw it with, or worse, because we saw it with Anthem, where they have a concept that they've put together, and then someone just tells them, "Yeah, we want a trailer for this thing that you haven't even started up in time for this event, and then you need to make a game out of it in the next year."
Yeah, man, it's so. Anthem was developed in 16 months, man. 16 months. It's so fucking ridiculous.
It was?
Yes.
What the fuck?
Yeah, when they first showed us the really, really nice trailer that made it look like an actual huge world with
their gameplay demo of it.
Yeah.
It didn't exist.
It didn't exist. That didn't exist.
Specifically. Yeah, that was built specifically in a way to look like a gameplay demo, but was just smoke and mirrors. Did not exist at that point.
Yep.
Dude, how cheeky.
Yep. It's very unfortunate. Man, I just hope BioWare gets back up on their feet, man. I want this new Mass Effect to be good. I want this Dragon Age to be good because I mean I specifically am not a big fan of Dragon Age games. But if like this one looks like decent enough, I might pick it up. But yeah. On to better news. Godfall is coming to PS Plus in December. Which means we all get to play it for free.
Oh man, you actually got me. I was expecting something good. Oh man. Now that said, I do absolutely intend on picking this up. I was willing to buy this game for $20. Now I get it for free.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I get to try out and see how bad it. No, I get to go from playing the shitty beta of Babylon's Fall to maybe playing a better game because I've heard that Godfall is actually a lot better than what that beta fucking showed. So,
to be fair, when Godfall came out, people were saying good things about it. The one thing that I heard that was like the real big drawback was it had no staying potential.
Yeah.
So like once you were done, once you as a person were finished with this game, there was like very little reason for you to ever come back.
It is unfortunate though. We have to play until we're level 50 to actually even play with each other because you don't get the ability to do co-op
Have
stuff.
they not changed that? Yes.
Yeah, you don't have co-op stuff until you hit endgame. So,
all right, sure.
So that's a little unfortunate, but we'll be able to play that. By play that, I mean we probably won't play any of that in December at all because Endwalker.
Correct.
But the better news, and I don't know how better of news it is because none of us are going to play it. PUBG Mobile Japan is having a collab with Haruhi Suzumiya.
Oh.
You shared this. I saw this, and I still don't think that's real.
It is real.
I think someone has modded something into the PUBG client and is having a laugh.
It's literally the PUBG Mobile Japan Twitter account.
Is it? It's official.
Yeah, it's the official PUBG Mobile Japan Twitter account.
Okay.
It has check mark and everything.
I watched Haruhi. I liked it. Is it still relevant? Like, truly speaking?
In Japan, it is.
Is it? Okay, okay. Now, let me follow that up with a question that is a bit more mean. Is it in any way relevant to PUBG? Like, why guns?
I think they also had a collaboration with Sakura Wars at some point, if I recall correctly. So
that at least makes sense to me. They're a police organization of some kind.
I don't know if you understand this, but the Hare Hare Yuke dance is one of the most popular dances in Japan.
Still, huh?
Yeah. So,
you're right. I didn't realize. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no. And I'm pretty sure Haruhi's actually. I think the light novel is still going. So, yeah. I mean, a lot of people love it. I mean, I wish it was still getting anime, honestly. But yeah, you get 5 members of the SOS.
Oh, you know what?
Team.
You know what? I've seen so many like people using Naruto characters in PUBG and then dancing. Is this what it is? Is it related
It's
to?
not PUBG. No, you've seen Fortnite.
No.
That's its own.
That's Fortnite. All right, that's been blown. So people be linking me to this shit, and I don't want it.
I'm right there with
Naruto is in Fortnite. Naruto is in Fortnite.
Okay, yeah.
Right there with you, Leek. Oh
Sasuke, Naruto, more like freaking like dancing. Why? I like
literally
this, like,
watching
skills,
Takashi run
videos.
up some stairs, do a bunch of hand signs, summon gun, shoot someone, jump down, and then dance on their corpse. Oh wow! The whiplash.
Weird.
You know, the joke of Naruto being in Fortnite like popped up like a year and a half ago, and people were like, Naruto's not going to be in Fortnite. And then because I think there was actually a leak showing some of the collabs with Fortnite.
Yeah.
And Naruto was on the list.
Right, here we go. Okay.
So, but yeah, you get to have costumes and voice cards of Haruhi, Mikuru, and Nagato. So, That's gonna be.
Well.
I don't play PUBG Mobile in Japan, but damn, I wish they did that shit over here. Yeah. So Capcom released a very actually kind of high quality like little CG video of the girl in Pragmata beholding a sign saying 2020
Yes.
2022 X mark out 2023 sorry. They had already announced this delay like forever ago.
Have
So
they
I
officially
have no
done
idea
so?
why they officially did it like I think it was
I'm not sure they
like around
actually
E3.
did.
Yeah, they did. Everywhere I'm seeing, everybody says they weren't. Didn't they already announce this?
Huh, I must have missed that. Because this was news
Yeah,
to me, which is a shame, because I don't know anything about Pragmata, but I'm
well, nobody
super
does.
interested in the concept of what we saw.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I want that game to come out and do well so I can, at very worst, watch someone else play it, at very best, go grab it myself.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I know. I'm interested in it, but 2023. I
Sorry,
just thought it was weird that they
here's a quick
announced.
sorry.
Yeah, I just thought it was weird that they announced it again. I'm just like, okay. I guess they just wanted to throw out that little
Are we
video.
sure that the first time wasn't leaked information?
I'm pretty sure it wasn't leaked. Because like literally everywhere I looked at, people were saying, "Didn't they
Wait, was
already
this you
announce
last
this?"
time? Are you sure? No, sorry about you.
I know.
Did I
Yeah.
accidentally leak? Oh no.
No. Anyway, yeah. So 2023. But I mean, 2022 is already going to be stacked anyway. So.
God, it is. Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter. So. Apparently the Cowboy Bebop Netflix show sucks as shit.
It's so bad. It's so bad. It's so bad.
I've still only seen the first episode, but please.
Okay. So
I mean, it seems to be like following the animated series anyway, so there's no spoilers, is there? So
not true actually.
really?
No, there's plenty
What?
of rooms for spoilers in this. The set dressing is in fact the anime as you know it. So there will be a lot of things that you see and go, I know that. And you'll be disappointed because your next reaction will be, oh no, they're gonna do that. Okay. Now, I'm about to preface all of my bitching and moaning with two things. A, it is not the fault of any of the actors. I know a lot of guff has been given to the costuming and the actors. Not a problem. Everyone looked great, with the exception of maybe Vicious. Everyone looked great. Everyone acted great. The writing is the singular failing of the show. I've seen a lot of people say that it's poorly lit. I didn't have an issue with that. I'm also not a a film student, so I'm willing to give a lot of leeway on it. My issues with the show literally began 10 minutes in when they were doing the opening to the movie and immediately getting it wrong. It's like, okay, cool. So this is just set dressing. That's fine. How deep do I want to go? I didn't know we were going to be talking about this beforehand, so I don't have.
But it
All right,
goes
I
into
will
the next
say
topic.
this is not the topic, so don't go too much at length. But I'm also
Yeah.
curious what you want to say.
So, keeping it brief, this show fails because it wanted to add too much, I feel. Do I spoil things? Do I not spoil things? I don't know what to do. I will say this. They've written too much into Vicious, which is
Oh.
weird. Despite a character who literally had nothing really going on in the anime. Like he is the chief antagonist, obviously, but he's so hard to get a read on because he doesn't say anything. He's a man of action. Yeah, don't get used to that concept. He won't shut the fuck
Does he yap? All right.
up.
That's weird.
Yeah. Oh boy, it was. Oh, it was. And like, I don't know. I didn't. like I think this show is stronger if you do not know anything about Cowboy Bebop. I still think its failings will fail it in that regard. I think the character of Vicious kills it. I think the ending for them wanting to subvert things is a poor choice, and I think that the Marvel quippiness that comes off of just Faye is weird. Seeing as all these characters were very quippy, and well done in the original run, and it didn't feel
Yeah.
this like pop. I don't know, like trying to appeal to someone.
So what you're saying is that this anime, the show is perfect for me. 'Cause I know nothing about Cowboy Bebop.
No, what I'm saying is you will hate the show less than I do.
No.
Less.
But that's what it comes down to. And I think I've been pretty much validated by the critics and
Oh, yeah.
the reviewers who've all said like this is just bad.
Oh no.
Cowboy
I
Bebop
wanted
Netflix
it
was
to
never
be
supposed to be
good.
good, Dollet. It was never supposed to be
I
good.
wanted it to though. I wanted it to be like when they released that like quirky like let's make it look like the intro to the animation like
I also
video
liked
like
that,
trailer,
but
right?
that got
Yeah,
I
I liked it too.
wanted it to be good. Oh.
Yeah, we were never going to get that because they didn't honestly ever have a plan to shoot it like that. I imagine that would have been time consuming, but also that was poorly received. You liked it, I liked it a lot. I thought it was, if you're going to go do something different and just turn this into like something very 70s pulpy, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it looked good, honestly.
But apparently a lot of people just did not enjoy that, so they were very relieved to find out that's not how the series was shot, only to get blindsided with the series.
All right, so my question. So I only just watched the first one.
Yes.
I found the acting to be very goofy in
Yes.
places. It felt off
Yes.
for me. Is it like that throughout?
Yes.
Yeah, Dollet Chloe.
I will say this though. I don't hate it carte blanche.
Okay.
There were 2 episodes that I really liked.
Yeah, I heard you
this
mentioning
is-
those,
this
right?
is-
Is it 5 and
this
6
is-
or something?
Something
This
like
is
that,
what I've been
yeah.
hearing.
Yeah.
This is what I've been hearing. There's 2 episodes in the series that sounds like it was written and directed really well. But outside of that,
Yeah, absolutely.
you want to know
And then
why? You want to know
they were
why?
written by someone else.
They were written and directed by an actual people that write and direct. I forget who it is.
Yeah, okay.
I forget who it is, but it's for people that
Oh.
from people that actually wrote like really good stuff.
Okay, yeah. For me,
Okay.
it's the episode that surrounds the backstory of Jet, because Jet is not the same
Okay.
character. They have rewritten him to be.
Yeah.
Fuck it, we're doing spoilers right now. Mild
Spoiler.
Spoiler. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So Jet's a father, and that's
Oh yeah.
fine.
They
That's
mentioned that in the first one.
Yeah, that's fine for his character. It's not what he is in the show. He's team dad, but now he's team dad and also a father. That doesn't hurt his character. He's still an ex-cop, and his show going or his episode going over. It's not a flashback. He just goes back to where he used to work, and he teams up with his old partner, and there's a cold case, and they solve it, and shenanigans ensue, and it's really good. Jet as a character is really good. He's probably the best one.
Yeah.
The next episode that was done really well was Faye. Faye is still an amnesiac, and she had a sponsor who lied about being her mother, and she's this con art. She's Faye she's like all of Faye's worst parts. She's
Yeah.
really good at lying. She's a con woman. She's capable, and she will stab you in the back. She's great. She's wonderful. So a whole episode of her and Faye interacting as they kind of grow closer, and it ends with her finally giving in and giving Faye the key to her past, which is that VHS, was great. Every other episode fucking sucks.
Is this episode 7?
I think it's 6 and 7, or 5 and 6.
Galileo Hustle, and
That sounds right.
and Binary Two Step.
Yeah, that sounds right.
I'm
Also,
looking at the writer for it.
there there are two characters who I am genuinely offended by what they did with. One is Vicious, and one is Gren. Why did Gren need to show up in this series? Like, I'm all for like validating, like, he just didn't serve a purpose. And Gren's story is so good. I just don't know what they were doing. Anyhow, that's not what this purpose of this podcast is for, and I certainly am not prepared to ramble on about it at length. So there you have it. There were 2 good episodes, and if you don't know anything about the series, you'll probably give it like a 5 or 6 out of 10. If you do know stuff about the series, don't torture yourself. Don't do it.
Yeah. I will stick to 1, not knowing anything about Cowboy Bebop, and 2, always threatening myself to watch the
I mean,
anime.
you could always rectify that former thing by watching the animated series.
I highly
that's what I
recommend
said.
watching the 26 episodes.
Yeah.
I do.
Let's watch it.
That's what I was saying. I was like, I keep threatening myself to do it, and I don't do it. But yeah, but that actually rolls into our next topic.
Yeah.
Because there has been a rumor circulating that Amazon is in talks with BioWare in making a Mass Effect show, possibly with Henry Cavill.
I would be very pleased.
Yeah, I don't know what he would be playing. I assume it would be Shepard. I'm all for this idea.
Male Shep, you know.
Yeah, just let him be male Shep. He isn't. He's a genuine nerd, so like I trust him to really get into this.
Pretty sure he's probably played the games before.
And quite frankly, all the stuff he's been in after Justice League have been grand. I really liked him as Geralt. So
I mean, I trust him to also just play the games just to recap for the role, because he did that with The Witcher. He played through all the Witcher games just to refresh himself and read the books. So
it's a good lad.
The reason why possibly with Henry Cavill is because when last he said something about reading scripts for other shows, people zoomed in on the piece of paper he had in his hand. It said Mass Effect on it. So
nice.
There is a possibility.
Well, I do hope so. He's been rumored to play like James Bond as well in the future. He's actually like quite. Yeah, no. I mean, people want him for roles. He's just wrapped up the next Enola Holmes stuff. He's finished shooting for Witcher, I think. Right? That's coming out very shortly. Yeah.
And he says he's down to do.
He's also signed on. Yeah, he's signed on to do more Witcher seasons as well.
Love to hear it. I think some people will be a little. I think those with a stronger understanding of Witcher than I have might be a little miffed to hear that Ciri hasn't yet become the main character like she is apparently in the books. But honestly, keeping Geralt as the main character and like having him bounce off these bigger than life characters is the better option. It's why the games did it. It's smart if you have Henry Cavill as your lead. So
I should play The Witcher. I should play The Witcher. I got through like a little bit of The Witcher 3 and then I stopped like I do with every video game that I play.
Oh, dude, when I started that, I couldn't put it down.
I was the same way, but it was in the opposite effect to my brain because there's so much shit to do in The Witcher 3 that I wasn't doing the story. I was just doing everything else.
Yeah.
And I played that for like 4 days straight, and then I was like, okay, I need a break, and I never picked it back up. Yeah, so I'd be interested in a Mass Effect show, and this seems like something that Amazon would just like to throw money at. So, Amazon also likes it has infinite amount of money, so they can just throw money at it, which means maybe good special effects.
Well, that's my one worry. Is I'm trying to think of an Amazon show that is like based around something that's going to need so many special effects.
Have you watched The Boys?
Yeah.
That actually has pretty good special effects.
No, it's not the quality. They like you said, Amazon is made of money. I expect them to get the people who need to do it. I just like, have they done it? Will they actually get enough people that they don't strangle the few talent that they have and overwork them.
Hmm.
Because setting something in space means like all of your sets, well, like 60% of your sets aren't going to
Green screen.
exist.
Yeah.
They're going to be computer generated. Not to mention any enhancements on the prosthetics that they may or may not use, or they might just do full CGI people. Please don't do that.
Yeah, please don't.
Please don't.
Yeah, I mean, who knows? Like I said, like I haven't watched a bad Amazon show yet. So
Just The Boys in Carnival Row, and I enjoyed both of them, so.
yeah, I really love The Boys. I cannot wait for season 2 or season 3. Yeah, season 3. Cannot wait. Such a good show. All right, next we have our FGC corner because we've actually got a lot of fighting game stuff that
Yeah, we do actually.
that released over the past weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah, Dungeon Fighter Duel or DNF Duel got a trailer this past week, and a few bits of gameplay have been shown.
I've only seen the second trailer and the teaser, not the teaser, but I guess the Berserker trailer. So if it's past that, I haven't actually seen it. I've only seen those two.
I'm actually on the Inquisitor one right now.
Interesting.
It's
this is the character I'm most interested in.
It looks so it uses the base aspect of Arc System Works stuff. It's not Arc System Works working on it. It's actually a different studio.
It's aiding.
Yeah, it's aiding studio working on it.
I believe the last fighting game they did was Marvel 3?
Yeah, Marvel 3. And and Marvel 3 was good. So
Marvel 3 was really good, yeah.
So hopefully this one this looks really good. And I have a friend that's super into Dungeon Fighter. And I've played a little bit of the game itself. Actually, I might pick up this one because just because of how good the characters and the specials look.
I tell you what, Arc System Works has an absolute stranglehold when it comes to aesthetics in a fighting game. They nailed it. They nailed it in Blaze Blue Exit. They nailed it in Dragon Ball. They absolutely nailed it in Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
They did a fantastic job in Grand Blue, and they killed it in Strive. I don't know about the actual aesthetic for Dungeon Fighter. It's not something I got into, but this game looks amazing.
They
just get more and more refined every time they put something out. Like, I don't know how many Arc System guys are working on this with aiding, but yeah, this has the look of the current day Arc Systems game, and I fucking love it.
Yeah, no, I am into this. I mean, I'm gonna suck shit at it, but
because I really enjoyed back in the day, Golden Axe the Duel, which is very much like fantasy characters fighting. So I mean, not quite like Soul Calibur, of course, but this scratches that itch. It looks like. So I like the Berserker. The Inquisitor looks pretty neat.
I like the monk.
Armor and shit.
Just because the monk is a very, very good aesthetic. She's hot and has a ponytail and punches stuff. So
yeah, I like her orange outfit.
The gunner looks really good too.
Is a gunner?
Yes.
Yeah, there's a dual 6-shooter wielding guy.
It's like Johnny, only he wears a full. No, I shouldn't say that. Like he's a cowboy. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm looking forward to
I'm into this. I'm into this.
Yeah.
And I will definitely pick it up. But next in our FGC news, Warner Bros. Decided to announce that they are making a Smash Bros-esque type game called Multiverses. All right.
Multiverses.
It'll be a free-to-play a Smash-esque game where you get to play as just a bunch of characters that Warner Bros. Owns, like Ultra Instinct Shaggy, which
Ultra Us killed me when I saw that. I died.
you have what is it? Kevin Conroy's Batman.
Yes,
in there.
Correct
yeah. Yeah.
Sorry, whoever's playing Batman now. It's not your fault. He's just who I grew up with.
Tara Strong's Harley Quinn is in it as well. So a lot of people
Steven
are
Universe and Bugs Bunny and
Steven
shit
Universe.
as well. Is
Yeah,
it
Steven
SpongeBob
Universe.
there?
No, SpongeBob's
that's
Nickelodeon.
Nickelodeon.
That's the Nickelodeon one. All right, I'm getting mixed up.
There's hopes that there's going to be Mark Hamill's Joker in it.
Oh, it's
which would be the correct choice of that one.
Yeah.
A lot of people were saying, or I saw this one comment goes, "There's no way this is a Warner Brothers game that doesn't have Johnny Cage, a fighting game that doesn't have Johnny Cage in it." All right, which means that there's a possibility that there's a game going to be out there that you can punch Steven Universe in the nuts.
Oh no!
You know, believe it or not, not something I considered.
But now you are. You're like, damn, I might be able to punch Steven Universe in the nuts. Man.
Oh my god.
This game. So here's the thing. Here's the weird thing about this. All right, Warner Bros. Owns a lot of stuff, like a metric fuck ton of IPs.
Yeah.
Anything can be in this game.
Yeah,
almost.
No, like you said, Johnny Cage. Like any Mortal Kombat character could be in there.
I don't think that's necessarily true, because I think for the first time ever, Ed Boon's gonna have to suck salt and not put in Sub-Zero or Scorpion.
Yeah, no. I think Johnny Cage. I think Johnny Cage.
Exactly. I think they're gonna want to stay away from the more fatality-heavy characters.
Yeah, fair enough. But
I think Johnny Cage is a for sure character. I think he's a for sure one. But I think that's him and Sonya might be the only ones out of them. Maybe Liu Kang.
All right.
But I don't know if they want to go too heavy into
What is so baffling to me about this is these are not people seeing each other working on things and having like gut reactions to do it. These ideas have been around for at least a year, probably close to 2 at this point. So I guess when all of the companies saw that Smash was talking about these next couple of years, we're going to be wrapping up, this will be our last character announcement, they started getting in their heads, oh, well, we should cash in on that.
Yeah, exactly.
So
right. Smash is going to be irrelevant for the next couple of years because there's not going to be anything.
Frankly, not true, but
you know what I mean. It's not going to be in the headlines. It's not going to be like, oh my god, there's a new Smash character coming out. They're not going to.
Do you think? Here's a question. Do you think, since Nintendo's been really harsh with letting people run Smash tournaments, do you think they'll go, no worries, my good friends, you can play this game in the tournament instead, slide? Do you think that will be a thing?
Do you mean like Nintendo's gonna choose to let them, or do you think Warner Bros. Is gonna
I think Warner Bros. That's exactly the latter.
I don't think. No, I think Warner Bros. I think Warner Bros. Will be like, yeah, do whatever the fuck you want with this game. All right, it's free to play.
No, absolutely. Yes.
What are they gonna monetize? They're gonna monetize. They're just gonna monetize characters, and that's honestly, if it's a free to play game, monetize all the characters you want. Like have a set like base of characters that are in the base game or whatever, and then every other character you put in the game, make people pay like $5 for.
So you and I are gonna butt heads over this, but it's not your fault.
Mm-hmm.
This is one of my big pet peeves when it comes to fighting games. Everyone who plays fighting games, myself included, are fucking idiots. We are knowingly paying for an incomplete product.
Oh yeah. But you're not paying for an incomplete product with this one. You're getting it for free.
It's true. Even still, characters should always be free because they are integral to a fighting game. Sell skins, sell backgrounds, or sorry, rather sell itemization, sell, yeah, exactly, locations, sell music, sell nostalgia. Selling the characters has been, is, and will be scummy as fuck. No, I'm not calling out Harada when I say this, because he did say for Tekken 7 he wasn't going to sell characters, and then execs were like, "Shut the fuck up." Yes, we are.
Yeah, yeah.
This is an executive thing. It's scummy as fuck.
I can understand that, but from the words I've read from the staff at Warner Bros. When they were talking about this game, they were like, okay, when it comes to each character that they're putting in the game, they want everything that they do with that character to be right. So they want the right voice with it. They want the right music to come with it. They want the right backdrop to come with it. So I don't think they're gonna sell music on its own. They're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna sell maps on its own. I think the characters are gonna be a full package. I honestly, looking at the video for it, I don't think you're going to be able to do much with skins. It does kind of look.
You haven't seen the Shaggy skins, then, have you?
No, I haven't seen the Shaggy skins.
Yeah, this is where they're going to make their money. It's on skins.
Well, okay. Well, I mean, that's okay. Skins, fucking whatever. Who cares?
Absolutely, always.
But they got Matthew Lillard to play Shaggy, the correct choice to play Shaggy.
The only other choice I'm going to accept is Casey Kasem, and he's not with us, so. Enjoying the video? Remember to like and sub. Helps out the channel a bunch, and we're grateful for everyone we get.
Yeah. I imagine they put like the full Scooby-Doo cast in this game.
You laugh. I expect that to absolutely happen.
It's just so weird because
everyone. I'm including Scrappy in this.
Yeah, it's just so weird because Warner Bros. Owns Ruby. They own Rooster Teeth.
I've heard. Right? I know where you're going. I've heard.
Yeah, no, I know. I know. I don't think they're going to put them in there. I'm just saying they can.
It's true. If they want to, they could lean on Rooster Teeth like, hey, come on.
Everyone. And honestly, you say you don't think they will. I honestly think they might actually poke Rooster Teeth and be like, can we at least get Ruby in this game? Or whatever. Or not even can we get Ruby in this game. Hey, we're going to put Ruby in this game. Because
they don't... Two things is going to happen. Either you overvalue Ruby or I severely undervalue it.
Oh, no, it's me overvaluing it. All right? Because, again, Warner Bros. Owns so much. They can... Fuck it. They could pull from goddamn Harry Potter. All right?
Yeah, exactly.
How many characters are in Harry Potter? So...
I think we'll see Neo show up before all of that.
Oh, I don't want to think about Matrix.
Mrs. Smith. Oh, Mrs. Smith.
Oh god, yeah,
millions of them.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it's just so weird. Like I'm the also, thing that interests me.
Aya turning up, I think you're right. I think we will see a Harry Potter character.
Oh yeah. We honestly we might because just because of Warner Bros. Is also working on the Harry Potter video game, so there might be like a little back and forth with that.
Oh, there's the MMO that's coming out, isn't there?
That's not an MMO. It's a single player game.
Oh. I'm thinking of the other one. Then.
Yeah, no, there's like a there's a AAA like or more like probably AA but AAA Harry Potter game coming out. Oh. But you play like thousands of years in the past, like before Harry Potter.
Oh. Is this before they invented freaking toilets in the Harry Potter world? They still freaking vanish away their shit.
I don't know. I think it's around the time. It's around the time of the starting of Hogwarts, like just a little bit after the start. The Hogwarts.
So probably actually.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, but like the big thing that interests me about this game is just the sheer amount of IPs they can pull from. So.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And not only that, it's Warner Bros. All right, they can possibly collab with other businesses. So like, imagine Warner Bros. Fucking emails,
but they won't, and we know this because we've seen it in the past with NetherRealms. They just
they did a crossover with Mortal Kombat versus DC, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the DC animated stuff is all Warner Brothers anyway.
Oh yeah, that's
Was
true.
it?
Matter of fact, I think a few
Yeah.
of the movies are also Warner Brothers.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'll shut my
Yeah.
mouth then.
Yeah, like
I,
Warner Brothers has no inclination to let other people make money on this because Warner Brothers has so much they can pull from within the Warner
no.
Brothers
I don't
stuff.
think they will. I don't think they will, but like imagine like just one day the execs at Warner Brothers wakes up and it's like, you know what we could do to actually like get a lot of people to like look at this game even more? Let's email Bandai Namco. We can have Ultra Instinct Goku versus Ultra Instinct Shaggy and
That'd
see
be
who
grand.
wins.
My goodness, the memes that would come.
I know. I just say who would be able to be like we're gonna talk too much about this game, but like that's the one thing that like blows me away with this game is because they can literally just pull from like almost anything in the goddamn world. So yeah. Man, last bit of our FGC news is Project L, which is the Riot fighting game that got a video shown off the creators of
It
of
also
this.
exists now. Oh boy.
Yeah, it also exists now, and it looks fucking sick. Honestly,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
it
a
does,
lot
it
faster
really
than I
does.
was expecting.
yeah,
And it's a
Echo
team-based one.
Echo looks so good.
He looks so sick.
Yes, he does.
Oh, they did team based. Okay.
Yes,
Yeah,
it's
it's
a
a team-based,
2v2
yeah.
fighter.
Yeah, it's an assist fighter. So
Good. Need more of those. I enjoy
I have
those.
heard rumors that they kind of want it to be 2v2 for player, but I don't know if that's just
I don't
wishful
think that.
thinking on the parts of player base, but also I don't know what player base wants that.
Yeah, I don't think
as,
any
like, the
player
major
base really
default.
wants it. Because that's so
But-
honestly, that's so weird. I can't ever imagine
was-
like that.
To be fair, Street Fighter versus Tekken did it, and I believe you could do it in Infinite. Please don't quote me on that. I'm not 100%.
Yeah, but
I think that's why
you're
Infinite was.
You're quoting
2v2.
Street Fighter versus Tekken, which was not that very good of a game either.
That's not true. Street Fighter versus Tekken's failing came in the way that it dealt with those stupid goddamn gems. The base game that was shown off to us before that happened, and after they got rid of some of the pay-to-win gems, ended up being really decent. You'll notice I said decent. It's really decent.
It doesn't go higher than that.
I would still rather play Street Fighter 4 over it, but it was good. It had a lot of promise, and then it fucked it up by, greed.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't be too inclined to play a 4-player 2v2 fighting game.
Yes, exactly.
But I am definitely down for the assist fighting game, like because I like playing cross tag battle, and that's in a 2v2 assist based game.
It is correct.
So
And Marvel versus.
I enjoy. Yeah, Marvel
Infinite
versus
was
as well.
Yep.
So
Actually, I think it was going back to the initial versus game.
they said the magic words in this video. They said roll back. The magic words. So this is immediately going to have decent netcode, hopefully.
What's even more specific about this, and because this is an American-made game, I wasn't worried about the netcode, to be honest. Sorry, that is strictly a JP failing. This is going to use Riot infrastructure.
Yep.
Which means it's not just going to use rollback; it's also going to use server stuff, server proxies.
Yep.
So it will find the more or less shortest distance between two players, and so I mean that makes sense. They have Riot has more money than God. Still less money than Amazon, more money than God, and has an infrastructure in place to have this succeed. So
I'm excited to play a fighting game with people across the world that don't lag as much. Hooray!
Yeah. They stated that it'll if somebody does have a bad connection, the person you're going up against, if the person you're going up against has bad connection, you won't feel it. The other person will feel it because they have a bad connection, but you won't. The person you won't be able to feel it.
Yeah.
And
okay.
then they said that they're gonna hammer down on people like trying to do disconnects as well. So they're gonna put in a very harsh punishment system that for people that disconnect.
Yeah.
And the people that do disconnect or whatever, they immediately lose in the person they were going up against. So it's not that it ends in a tie or something like that, or like nothing happens or whatever.
Sorry,
that person that
It's full
something
fit.
had to be done.
Yeah. So yeah, this looks sick. I'm
cool
really
with me.
interested in this. I want to
Yep,
see
me
some.
too.
I want to see Vi in this game. That's going to be really good.
We
wanna
could spend
see.
an entire episode talking about the potential for characters because
Yeah.
League is rich with good choices. Maybe
Yep.
some of
Yeah,
those
I have
monstrous
one-
characters that can't do anything else could finally get to shine here.
Yep.
Yeah, I have one more fighting game actually to slap on the table. Did anyone
Oh, you
try
did?
out the King of Fighters demo?
I did.
I tried out the
Yeah.
training for like 2 seconds.
Yeah,
That game's weird.
yeah.
That game's weird.
When I had a chance to play it, I tried out the training. I liked the controls; they were fine. I didn't get to fight anyone because it wasn't available when I did it anyway. Did you have a chance to fight anyone at all?
I
Was it just
did.
training for
I
you?
did a couple rounds. I didn't have a team that I felt in love with, so I ended up using Chris, Yashiro, and Kyo.
Mhm.
Or not Chris. I'm sorry. Kyo, Yashiro, and Iori. Chris, Yashiro, and Kyo were the most popular characters I ran into. The game it feels like a King of Fighters game. If you played one before, like this, it feels like that. I had a kind of a crummy couple of games, if I'm honest, though.
Oh, yeah?
Where I'm already not very good at the inputs they want you to do.
Yeah.
It's
Inputs
not the worst
for
thing in the
King
world.
of Fighters games is kind of odd.
Yeah, like I can do them. I just need a lot of warming up. I did not have the experience they wanted me to have with connectivity.
Oh?
I had a rough couple of games.
Oh.
It felt like the person I was going up against was having a much better time, and that they were probably used to the series. But it felt one of my games felt really bad. Like there was a bunch of rollback frames, and it was kind of nutty. The other one was just kind of, it's all right. But other than like those two exceptions, it was mostly good. I genuinely just wish we had different roster members. I would have liked to see Kula, who still isn't announced, and K Dash, because those are two people I use.
Fair
I
enough.
hopped in and I went to training and I obviously played as Shermie. God, her ass is huge. I do not understand
You are about as blunt as a sledgehammer. Do you know that? Like, you're not wrong, but yeah.
that's literally the only reason I was playing Shermie. All right.
Oh my
That's fair.
God.
It's the whole reason she and Angel exists is the sex appeal. So fair enough.
Yeah.
I guess they really hit the nail on the head.
Man, I do not understand the controls of King of Fighter games. They're so. From what I heard, they like to base their stuff, I guess, off of actual arcade.
Yeah, that's very much what they're doing.
And
so yeah, it's gonna be a bit rough on like pad players to roll their thumb across the commands, but it is pretty nice.
Man, I do not understand the controls of King of Fighter games. They're so. From what I heard, they like to base their stuff, I guess, off of actual.
Like actual instructions, like do this and then do this and then do this.
But I didn't fight anybody because I don't play fighting games really. I play them just to mess around and them. No, it felt all right. I mean, like I said, I don't understand King of Fighter controls, so I was just going in
King of
there
Fighters
like
is deceptively difficult. Between the controls, the fact you have so many different movement options, there's a lot to take in with King of Fighters.
I just went in and cartwheeled. That's pretty much what I did.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty all right.
I don't have anything to add to the FGC stuff, so
Yeah, I don't think there's anything else. I will agree. I'm pretty much the demographic that all of these fighting games that put in extremely hot women geared towards. I only play the
My
extremely
friend,
hot women.
welcome to fighting games. They've
I play the
always been there.
I play the extremely hot women in Tekken.
So you played Josie and Anna?
I mean, let's be real here. Most of the women in Tekken are extremely hot.
Yeah, I was being biased towards my characters.
Yeah, I know. So yeah, I don't think I'll pick up King of Fighters, but
I won't. No.
no, that's not a fighter. All right, our FGC corner is done, which means we roll into the bad half of this this news segment. The fuck Activision corner.
Fuck Activision.
Man, where to even? Okay. So, Jen O'Neill, the second, the one of the presidents of Blizzard that got added after Jalen and Brack stepped down, left. She left. She said, "Fuck y'all, I'm out of here." She left because they wouldn't pay her the same amount as Mike Ybarra. Now, from what I heard, they both went into this position keeping the same pay that they had from their previous positions. One was Mike Ybarra was head of the Battle.net section, and Jen O'Neill was head of Vicarious Vision.
Yeah.
She was making less than Mike Ybarra at the time, which I find weird and not weird at the same time. It doesn't surprise me that a bunch of money was being funneled into paying the people for Battle.net, and I guess not as much to pay like the head of Vicarious Visions, the head of a like an actual like company. And she's been with the company for 20 years, so she had like 12
she has
times
a
more
lot
experience.
of experience.
Yeah,
I know,
way
right? Like
more
one of the
experience.
main like counter arguments these fucking folks were like saying on their social media was like, well, you know, they pay for experience. It's like she has a buttload of experience, and you not even looking it up because she's probably you just assumed is very telling.
Yeah,
you know,
sure
it's
is.
like sure
Mike Ybarra.
is.
Mike Ybarra was only with Battle.net for a year, and before that, he worked with Microsoft. So he had pretty much no history with Blizzard. While Activision, she's like, you know, Vicarious Visions has been with Activision for fucking ever, and she's been head of that company for pretty much ever. So anyway,
like
they came in.
Earliest credit is 2013. No, I
Yeah.
tell a lie. Sorry, 2004. 2003. Tony Hawk's.
Yeah.
She got a special thanks. Like she's been in the industry a long time. No, even then she was in QA before then, even in the 90s. So
no, she's got a ridiculous amount of experience. Yeah.
She's got such like years and years and years.
And so this isn't like discrediting anything. Like this isn't like going against anything Mike Ybarra, because Mike Ybarra was with Jen O'Neill saying, no, we want to get paid the same amount. Like, you know, we're dual heads of this company. We should get paid the same amount. But you know, the heads at Activision said no. All right, and so Jen tendered her resignation, and then they offered it to her.
Of course,
to get paid.
It's absolutely a joke. Here it is.
It's so fucked because like you've been going through this situation for the better half of this year, all right? And you still make the same mistakes, all right? You're literally in the shit right now. You're literally the whole reason why Jen O'Neill and Mike Ybarra are even head of Blizzard, all right, are because previous fucking management fucked up, and like they have like shit, shit harassment and shit fucking like paying between men and women in there, and you still do the same thing with the new people. All right.
Yeah.
And Jen O'Neill's dealt with harassment throughout her time with Activision Blizzard throughout the 20 years. All right. This wasn't new to her, but so she said, so at this point in time, she's like, all right, I'm in this position because you guys fucked up. Change it or I'm going to fucking leave. All right. They don't change it. So she leaves and then they give it to her. And then she's like, no, fuck that. Like, there's.
That's insulting. They just proved that they could have done this the whole fucking time. They clearly had the money.
We all knew that they could. And it is surprising that, given the current circumstances, they didn't see this as an opportunity to say something.
Say, hey, we changed. Here you go.
No, not even that. Just go, hey, we've been looking around and we realized there's disparity here. This is us trying to fix that. They literally do the opposite. It is staggering.
Yeah, I'm just... I read
I'm
that.
really happy she didn't... I mean, I have no doubt she will do well for herself. But so in saying that, I'm happy she didn't turn around and take them up on the offer.
Oh, no, yeah. There will be another studio that picks her up immediately. She's got she's got more experience than most of these people that are in their positions that they are now. So any studio that picks her up will be good, honestly. That just baffled me when I read it. I was like, come on. You had the chance to say, hey, we will pay you both because that's what we believe in right now. All right? That's all you had to say. That's all you had to do.
Now, don't get me wrong. We were going to call you out on this regardless, because even if you had, I'm like, oh, this is them covering the tracks. But at least we would have had to say, we've had to begrudgingly admit, at least they're doing the right thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So much.
But they didn't. They just couldn't do it.
Couldn't really help themselves.
And then Wall Street Journal comes out with an article that has proof that Bobby Kotick knew about the sexual harassment at Blizzard for years and did nothing about it. Even covered up stuff.
Of course he did. It's insane to think anything otherwise. You can't put a man in charge and assume that he has no knowledge of the goings on. Limited, perhaps, because when you sit so high up, you can only see so much at once. But for the entire board to sit there and tell us that they honestly believed that Kotick was not only unaware, but had nothing to do with all the vile deeds going down in the company is bizarre.
Yeah, there's no way he didn't know. So, yeah, no, and I was like, okay, that's obvious, all right. And then, thousands of previous and current employees of Blizzard did a walkout. They signed a petition asking for Kotick to step down. They're demanding Kotick to step down. Well, obviously, that's not happening. It was also revealed that Kotick threatened to have employees killed. He said the Wall Street Journal cites several examples in which Kotick said to have been informed of specific allegations, and a senior employee at Activision development studio Treyarch had become sexually assaulted. Kotick made sure that the misconduct did not have any serious consequences for the alleged perpetrator. In addition, the company boss is said to have threatened an assistant with death in a voice message 16 years ago. The case was settled out of court. Of course it was. So like how much more proof do you need that this guy is fucking corrupt? All right. But no, because he's still technically making Blizzard, Activision Blizzard money, the board members are still backing him. No surprise there.
Well, upon this revelation as well, a lot of the employees did a walkout or something, didn't they?
Yeah, they did a walkout. But a walkout can only do so much, all right? Because they still have.
That's the thing, because they had to. Because around the same time this article was released, he also released his own public letter too.
And it's it was actually revealed. Frances Townsend when she made her statement. a couple months
Yeah.
ago, right?
Yeah.
She didn't write that. Bobby Kotick did.
Of course he did.
Really?
Yeah,
Interesting.
he wrote it. And he says the same thing. He says the same thing here with the thing against the Wall Street Journal. He's like, "Don't believe Wall Street Journal, etc. I'm not a crook, etc. etc." You know, he's just current age fucking Nixon, man, and just in a game company.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But the board members are still back in Kotick, and even to the point in which I applauded Kotaku for doing this. This is the only time I'll ever say this, that Kotaku did a good job. They named every single board member that is back in Kotick and blasted them in an article. All right. And I was fucking surprised that they did that. That being said, Kotaku also released a couple of articles after that that were really shit. So they're still back in the in the ditch. But most of the board members are still back in Kotick. And only a 0.6% share owning of board members wants Kotick to step down. So that's not even 1%. So they literally have no power. It's just fucking ridiculous. I don't. So I'm looking at the Activision Blizzard stock. All right, and 6 months ago, they were at like $100. Their stock is at 60 now. There's been a massive drop in fucking in their stock, and it's shown. And I don't understand how I don't know how far it needs to go down before their stockholders or their stockholders, they go like, maybe we should remove Kotick because he's not making us any more money anymore.
You're looking at like a full year of losses.
Yeah, no, this is what I mean. Like, it needs to get down to below 50 is what it needs to get.
Yeah, and it needs to look irreparable.
Yeah. And I think we're gonna get to that point because they also announced that they had to they stopped production on both Overwatch 2 and Diablo 4. So those games aren't coming out anytime soon. Those games weren't anywhere near coming out anytime soon anyway. So that got pushed back to maybe, like, one of those got pushed back to maybe 2022 to probably the end of 2023. And who knows when fucking Diablo 4 was ever going to come out. So, like, Blizzard has nothing. It has nothing to come out. WoW is fucking hemorrhaging people. I've seen the numbers from like people that are doing raids that were like that have been reported of people doing raids in WoW. They have dropped so fucking significantly that 14 is actually almost caught up to the amount of subscriber base that WoW has at the moment, which is ridiculous.
Passed.
No, WoW still technically probably has a little bit more subscribers. From the Lucky Boncho reporting of 14, we have like almost 2 million active characters that are above level 60. And WoW has somewhere just about near of 3 million active characters, and you have to subtract a little bit from WoW because these aren't accounts, these are characters, which means they could be easily like other characters on one account. So it could just be because like WoW has you have to make alt characters. It's not like 14 where you play everything on one character. So a lot of those characters will be piling up onto one account. So you could probably subtract maybe $500,000 on that. So we're like really close. 14's really close to overtaking it from having like active characters, but we're not there just yet. Maybe after Endwalker, who knows? But yeah, no, fucking. I don't see Blizzard. Blizzard literally needs to like wipe out their entire fucking executives just to maybe fix this.
But what the worst bit about that is they could do that and they would not hurt those people in the slightest. Those people could
No,
go
yeah.
and retire and live out their lives fully. Now they won't because they want more money for. I don't. I don't know, man. I'm broke. I don't know what rich people do with their money.
If you removed Kotick or whatever, he'd get like a $50 million fucking execution or like or whatever the termination like bonus.
Sure.
He'd get a humongous severance package.
My point was even without that, even if they just left today, they got nothing. Good.
Oh
day,
yeah,
sir.
no.
You lose, sir. These are all people who are fabulously wealthy.
Yeah.
Now, for whatever reason, because they've been in the industry for a while as executives, they are given because they're old. I wouldn't even call it veteranship anymore because a lot of them seem so out of touch with what they're doing. But because they are old, as far as the industry is considered, they are granted an amount of leeway. I think it's time to flush. I think to put in to sports terminology, it's time for a rebuild.
Yeah.
Bring in some young talent. Time to kick the old ones to the curb. Give them their papers. Give them a lot of "I'm sorry" buts, and then
it's time for a rapture.
I mean, you realistically, these companies are too big. You can't do it all at once. I do recognize that a vast shift in leadership, carte blanche across the board, would cause a lot of problems. But these are things that over the next so many years need to be slowly but surely seen to. And it needs to be more than just words. Words are air.
Words are indeed air, and we're just done with words from Blizzard. Needs to be actions. What else? This fucking Activision Blizzard fucking thing. So I'll skip over this next one and just go straight to the board thing. Board stated that they're making a committee to battle against the sexual harassment, but the problem is that that's going to be run by 2 board members that are back in Kotick. And so yeah, that means nothing to us.
You cannot have someone investigate themselves. If you're going to keep having companies be considered people, essentially, don't have someone investigate themselves. Don't let a company investigate itself. There has to be outside looks taken. Otherwise, you're going to get the same response you always do of, there's nothing wrong. You take my word for it. I checked.
Yeah, no. They cannot police themselves. No. But we have seen other companies, the big 3, put out statements against Activision Blizzard. Both, like, all 3, Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo have all made statements stating that they are looking into reevaluating their relationship with Activision Blizzard because they do not condone any of these acts. Even Nintendo going as far to say they're reaching out to the ESA to make maybe some kind of council to screw over Activision Blizzard. Pretty much a gaming UN, if you want to put it that way. That's I mean, again, we just stated, words are cheap. Action's where everything's at. So,
Joe, you're sincere, please.
I definitely I could see Phil Spencer at actually doing something, because that's kind of Phil Spencer. Jim Ryan, maybe, I don't know. He's some days he's good, some days he's not. I don't know how much power Doug Bowser has in Nintendo, because he's just over the American version in Nintendo. So I'm not sure. I'm not sure what Nintendo of Japan actually thinks, but if you see these 3 companies saying the same thing, putting out emails to to their employees, actually reaching out to Activision Blizzard saying, what the hell's going on? What are you guys going to do to fix this? And they're not getting the answers that they want. You might start seeing all these companies maybe refuse to bring to like endorse any of Activision or Blizzard's games on their platforms, which is a lot of funding that Activision Blizzard's not going to get.
Dun dun dun.
Dun, dun. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Also, it's terrifying when these three start working together in any situation. So
yeah, I know, right? Man, I mean, I'd love to see them actually do something. I'd love to see like the board be like, all right, Kotick, you're out. But I did hear from
in the long-term ramifications of having something like this, because the gaming industry is self-policed as it is, and it's not done a very good job of that either.
No.
I'd be interested in seeing if, by giving the ESRB and the PEGI rating boards and all of those folks a scare, if we would see changes in how certain situations are handled. I wonder if we would see gambling taken in a different, taken more seriously. I guess that's just the word I have to use there. And I'd also worry about adult only content becoming a real fear for the gaming industry again. It's why a lot of people are so scared to take chances on their works.
Yeah.
So it's a bit of a double-bladed sword, but you know what? I'm interested to see what becomes of it.
Yeah. I honestly, I want the employees of Activision Blizzard to be okay, but I just want to see the company burn. Because like the executives in that company deserve it, and it's nothing on the employees. I know the employees are doing all they can. They're at their job because it's their job, and it's their career. That's what they're making money with. But
for a lot of them, this is what they wanted to do with their lives.
This is what they wanted to do.
To be fair, 20 years ago, this would have been a dream job.
Yeah. But I don't play any of their games. If I see Activision's name on it, I don't touch it. If I see Blizzard's name on it, I don't touch it. So, I mean, if I see Nintendo's name on it, I normally don't touch it either. But that's just because of we're not gonna go there. Yeah, no, I'm interested to see where this is going, but I did hear a theory that might happen, which is, they force Kotick to step down, put him on the board, get some new fucking puppet to take over, and then they'll be like, okay, job's done. He's not making decisions anymore, which is an unfortunate thing if they do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can see that happening, which would unfortunately force it to kind of die down and people will forget about it.
It's a tried and true strategy we've seen in years past.
Yeah. But hopefully they don't do that. Hopefully they'll be like, oh no, Kotick, just fucking go. All right, leave. We'll get somebody else. But yeah. That's all the news that I had for this week. I don't know if you guys had anything else.
No, I think Leak hit the one thing that wasn't on the list, so.
Yeah, maybe.
That's it.
All right.
I can think of.
So, Endwalker? Question mark?
True.
Yeah. Early access is very soon. Very soon. So if you haven't, you still have time to, well, you won't by the time this podcast's out. If you haven't got your freaking pre-order up by then, I'm sorry.
Oh, they can do they
avoid
well, no.
all the Twitter and other social media. Yeah?
They can pre-order even during early access and get in.
Dude,
So
really?
Yeah,
okay
yeah,
then.
It lasts all the way up all the way up until the official release, which is Tuesday.
Huh.
So
Okay.
I mean, you guys, any of you guys have time? Go get your pre-order so you can get early access. Next week we will most likely be talking about our first impressions with Endwalker.
It's
as we do.
walking a fine line of
Not
doing
a spoiler cast, of course.
Yeah, not a spoiler cast. No,
Yeah.
yeah, we won't spoil it. We're just gonna be like, oh, I remember this. Oh man, oh, that's so good. That's
I'll
pretty
be
much
as
the whole
vague
podcast.
but very excited as possible.
It's true. Yeah, I
Ugh.
think that's going to be the overall atmosphere of the cast.
And then the week after that we have Game Awards, so we'll be talking about that. Do we want to like stay away from the Game Awards and watch it together and have that as episode?
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, let's do
Okay.
that. That'd be good. That'd be fun.
All right, because we can do that. And I work that day, most likely. I think it's the 9th, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I most likely work that day.
Yeah,
So
I could do it
it'll
on
be,
podcast day.
yeah. No, I mean we can. The 9th is a Thursday, right?
I don't know off the top of my head.
Yes, the 9th is Thursday. The Game Awards always happens
I'm
on a
working.
Thursday.
Wait.
Okay. Yeah, I could stay away from the Game Awards.
Yeah, I'm busy. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll figure it out within that time. That means yeah. We'll just do it that way. And then I don't know what we'll do after that. I don't know when we want to try and do a spoiler cast of Endwalker. I don't want to do it too close, but I don't want to do it too far. Maybe when I see other podcasts being like spoiler cast for Endwalker, that's when I'll be like, okay.
Those usually are like what, a month after the fact, 3 weeks.
Yeah, it would be.
It's usually about 3 to 4 weeks.
Yeah.
So for patches, it's usually 2 weeks.
Yeah.
But for expansions, I'm not really 100% sure on that one.
New
But
year.
we're looking.
Let's just say the new year, because you
Yeah,
need to do
well-
Christmas podcast too.
Yeah. Well.
Oh goodness,
Christmas.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. We're looking into getting a guest on for the 14 spoiler cast, so we will not reveal who will be on it until like the week of. But yeah. Endwalker this week. I mean I might play something between now and then. But I couldn't tell you what. I know I'm gonna watch anime right after this, so that's all I know.
The last handful of missions are Wings of the Goddess, so I'll be finished with that, and I'll be moving on to the Ruined King. Those are the two things I want to get done, or mostly done, before Endwalker takes over.
Yeah, I might. Man, I guess I could probably sit down and hunker down Ruined King tomorrow. I'm off tomorrow, so I might be able to just like blitz through that. Leak?
Yeah. For Endwalker, most likely playing Magic. Yeah, that's right. Most likely. Or
Magic.
observing Robot Wars. I like watching it.
Yeah.
Observing.
Well, sweet. Yeah. So next week,
Robot Wars.
Endwalker First Impressions. Thank you everybody for watching, and if you would do us a great solid and hit that shiny subscribe button down below, put a comment in if you wanna ask us any questions or anything like that, and yeah, please do that.
Love your faces. Thanks.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.
Before you go, remember to like, comment, and sub to us. Not only does it help out the channel and let us know what you're into, but it also makes you 100% cooler than everybody else. I checked with Aqua. It's definitely true.